Hey guys, this is LB, and you're listening to Love, Sex, and Lies. So tonight, my guest star Jeremy
Hey there.
and Kesha.
Hey,
What's good with you?
So tonight, our topic is relationships, cheating, and everything in between. Okay, guys. So before we get started, I just have to say I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be recording with you guys again. It's been so long since I've recorded, but we're here now. We got our wine, and we're good to go. All right, so let's get into this tea. Let's talk, y'all. I'm going to start off by talking about Derek Jackson.
Yeah, who ain't talking about him?
Right, guys, because Derek Jackson has been all over social media. And for all of you who don't know who Derek Jackson is, he is a social media influencer who built his brand around giving women advice about cheating men.
Appropriately so. As a subject matter expert, a cheating man himself, who better to give advice on cheating men?
So if you've been living under a rock, that's the only way you don't know or have not heard about Derek Jackson. Well, Derek Jackson became a household name, if you would say, right? Because blogger Tasha K came with the receipts.
She's a good one too. She always pulling some shit up from under the rug.
Find the receipts.
She's a good one. I like her. I think I'm gonna. Matter of fact, I'm about to like her and follow her right now.
I know. I need to like and follow her. Right.
She knows
She
stuff.
brings the
She
tea.
be knowing it.
So let's talk about this. Let's talk about how Derek Jackson is known for giving the best advice. He talks about, cheating and God-fearing men and how you're not supposed to do this. And if your man is cheating, if he cheats once, he's going to cheat twice. He gives the whole thing. Now, I'm not a follower of his. I think I've seen maybe a snippet of his, one of his in the car episodes on Facebook, but I don't follow him. Right, I don't follow him personally, so I don't really. I knew who they were talking about because I've seen his come up on Facebook, but I don't follow him. But he had a huge following, making a living. That is now how he makes his living, giving women advice.
That Steve Harvey thing.
Yes, and women want to know. Women are so desperate to, and I don't mean desperate in but I mean desperate.
They desperate. The ones who listen to that other guy, the other one, I don't even know his name. The one who go hard on the women.
Yes. So we have two different sets of women. Yeah. Women who want to hear tell me how my man is cheating. That woman, and then you have the other woman. And I don't remember his name either that you told me about.
They did a verse of one of the memes they had out.
I saw that.
That guy Jackson and the other guy.
Yeah, I did. Be a verse between
two cheaters.
No, the other one. The other guy, he's not about cheating.
I don't even know his name, but he is he gives women advice as far as if you want to meet a man of the same caliber, if you can't really high value men. I think that's what this thing is. High value men. If you want to meet a high value man, you have to be of this person, this kind of thing. You can't have this
type of caliber. Female.
Yes.
Correct. So it was a woman.
But he's mean about it.
Well,
to some women. If you're
blunt,
not,
he's brutally honest.
Yes.
The clip that we listened to me, I thought that the woman was begging for it. Begging for him to be as harsh and as blunt as possible. And that's what he was doing, which came off extremely blunt and extremely harsh.
It really did.
So, but there are people who only can listen to that kind of thing. They want people to be brutally honest. They feel like they want to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
They want to hear what's wrong with them so they can know how to fix it. And if they look at him as a high value man, they want to know how I can get with a joker like you.
Right.
I mean, look like a joker to me, but hey, who am I? He not talking to me, just like the Derek Jackson.
Yeah.
He may be, women look at him, they see him all buff sitting in the car, you know what I'm talking about? They're like, I might want a car like that. I don't know. Who gets their relationship advice from someone sitting in their car, but that's just a different whole thing. But people who want to get that type of guy who they think he is, they want to get the information from that type of guy. What do you think, Jeremy?
I mean, me personally, with the Derek Jackson, any particular woman is going, or any human for that matter, any person, male or female, is going to want to know how to do something better. So at this current juncture, he's just being able to set a platform for people that are in the wits end and not being able to, I guess, do something better, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even think he don't even say try to make it better, because
no,
like
he
you
tells
said,
you, he's saying
that And this was the guy's big issue with him is that he was throwing all men under the bus.
Yes,
like she was saying, like I've never heard the man before, but if he was saying once a cheater, always a cheater type of shit like that, when you have cheated a billion times and your wife took you back, but
you don't know
be in
that.
No, forget people knowing that. Right. To be a person who did that and to say out your mouth some shit like that, it's you're a charlatan. You're a snake oil salesman, so you're not even trying to help people be better, as you were trying to say. I can see if you was trying to really help people be better. Like, once a man cheat, you gotta make sure that if you was giving them the real, you're not even giving them the real.
I mean, but in some instances he is.
Yeah.
I mean, by saying that you a cheater, that you going still cheat, so basically he's just calling a spade a spade. He's calling himself a spade at the same time. I mean, is he doing
himself a spade? They called him a spade.
I mean but he in third person saying he's a spade. I mean, he doesn't want to own up to it, and that's his own personal situation.
Struggle.
But people wouldn't listen to him if he were a cheater. They wouldn't listen to him talking about niggas who cheat.
Yeah, but you have to understand now we're dealing with lifestyle. Men, it's okay. We're talking about how you can build a fake lifestyle. You can build. You can make yourself whatever you want on social media.
Yes, you can make an avatar.
It's just that's what social media platform has allowed men like Derek and other people, not just men like Derek, just people in general, to build this brand based on a need that they see. Women have made him popular. They want to hear it. You have this fake lifestyle. You're living a double life. It sounds good. You're giving all the advice. You have women who want to hear it.
It's a lane that he can be in.
Absolutely.
If you want a relationship that sound good, if you want a real relationship, then you want to listen to a real therapist who got some real advice and you some real, to help you move ahead in your real life.
I just keep thinking, how'd you do it? Like, you didn't even get no schooling. You don't have no school.
Who is you? I know, who is you? The fact that you're sitting in your flipping car. Like, are you serious? Like, who are these people who are getting their relationship advice from a joke in the car?
Yes.
Who is you?
Just a regular,
who sent you?
Like, for real. Just a little buff, regular blowjob, what?
And this is why the women, they are not being true. You ain't looking for how to get a man. You looking at them looking at arms. You looking at their shoulders. That's what you're looking at. You don't care what he's saying. You just looking at his shoulders like,
if you think about it, though, it's just like anybody else, though. Just like anybody that you talk to on a regular. I mean, it's only because he's in the spotlight and he's on social media. Anybody can give relationship advice.
Yes.
No, yeah, you
friends,
can. No, absolutely.
Parents,
and you're right about that too.
Like somebody on the street.
You're right about that too. And the only reason why they brought his stuff out is because, like you say, he's popular now. Because he's been doing this for how long?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody care about. He's been cheating with broads for years. So why now all of a sudden, since he Facebook famous, I know him. Now you want to take, like you've been in the shadows. One of the broads said that when he was in that key, that's why I keep making light of the fact that he was in the car. One of the broads said that he's sitting outside my house in my yard.
Yeah, but we're not gonna get to her yet because she's a second. I don't want to get to her yet. But I know what you're saying.
The fact that you're out there and the fact that you have been doing this for quite some time. These women also know that you're doing this. So what are you really trying to get from a joker who ain't, like sound good?
No, it sounds good because you keep saying, what are you gonna get from a joker who isn't doing what they're doing? Up until a week ago, he was the perfect joker. You know what I'm saying? He was the perfect guy in their eyes. He portrayed himself as the perfect guy to give you the perfect. He's a Christian man. He's all those things up until a week ago. So Tasha K called him out.
Yes,
so that's not wasn't
like. I'm wanting to forget what your mouth say. I watch what you did.
Well, he doesn't do anything. You didn't. Nobody's never been attached to anyone.
He sat in the car and tried to get somebody.
But girl, people sit everywhere. I don't care about you sitting in the car. The fact of the matter is, he was perfect in their eyes.
I guess.
Up until a week ago, when Tasha K came with the receipts from last week and from the first female. Not last week and last Sunday.
Tasha K is an investigative reporter. What made her decide to go after this guy?
Well, according to him, they had words. He turned her down for an interview. According to him, I don't know. Allegedly, he said no to her.
Some had to put him on her radar.
Yeah, he said no to an interview. They had words allegedly,
okay.
And from there, it went on.
You want to play God? You want to play daddy now.
So that's what put him on spot. It wasn't necessarily like having that person, like, identify his credibility at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, that's what changed the scope. So it's like, at the end of the day, if you talking all this nonsense, living this fake life, and then you whole time got this, these skeletons in the closet.
That shows your whole credibility.
It's done. So, like, that's why he making mainstream, and I think if we're talking about the same person, like, he had his wife or
Right.
whatever.
So we're going to talk about that.
With the bonnet on.
Yes,
you know.
but she had the bonnet hat on.
So
Listen,
it's like, that's what I'm saying. So like now you got to clean out your closet with all these things.
But I feel so bad that we are going after her. Like,
no, I think it's wrong.
I'm not.
But I can't unsee the
going.
bonnet. I can't unsee the bonnet.
Right. I'm not going after her.
I can't
but
unsee him squeezing your hand. But looking at her, like, I feel really bad for her. Like, everybody's focused on her. We know he a joker. We know he a charlatan. But we looking at you like, lady, what?
Well, let's get into her. Let's get into that. Let's get into the wife, waking up. You wake up one day and you got all this stuff is thrown in your face.
So listen, trot her out there.
And then,
this your mess.
This is your mess.
This
is his mess. And she's telling the world, I'm staying by my man, which that's her right. But you're right, Jeremy, and she didn't come dressed, and that doesn't matter because, she is true to who she is because every video after that, she still was dressed the same way. So my thing with her is...
She could be the genius behind the whole shit. She might be putting, just like saying like, okay, yeah, you wanted to build this platform on some shit. Okay, I'm going to stand by you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure it's about money. Listen, that doesn't even surprise me. That doesn't surprise me at all. Of course, this is about their livelihood. This is what brings the bread, pay their bills. So of course you're going to come sit right there and let them hold your hand tight. But let me tell you how LB couldn't do it. Because let me tell you, years ago in my 20s, yes, I have taken back a cheater plenty of times. But where I am in my walk today, there's no way that my husband could have done what he did and fucked women in my bed, cheat on me, and then fuck women in my bed, and then go public and tell everybody.
And rip me to shreds, hold me up in front of the whole world and expose all of my wounds to the flipping, flapping word. It's like you might as well have cheated on her twice. That, I think, was insensitive. Right. That was abusive. For you to do that to that lady, she already been through all this stuff with you. Y'all done got to a better place. She done took you back. Now you're going to hold her up in front of everybody and say, yeah, I did this and I did that. And this is what enrages me about the whole situation about people even scrutinizing her, even commenting on the bottom. Like, I feel so bad for her in the sense that she had to go through all that shit all over again in front of everybody.
She chose to sit there.
That's what I was just about to say.
He held her hand real tight.
It doesn't matter. She still chose.
But she still chose to be on that. Whatever that platform was, she still chose to do that.
Why you do that?
That was
like a public whipping.
Jeremy, let's let Jeremy speak.
That was her choice. I mean, at the end of the day, like, she decided to stand by her and understand and bring up these old wounds. Because at the fact, if it is something that's monetary, she knows, like, at this current juncture, she ain't had no other choice.
Okay, so that brings me to this. Women a lot of times stay for that reason. Like, sometimes women stay. I mean, women stay for many different reasons, of course. But one of which is maybe she doesn't work. Maybe he is the breadwinner, and maybe she feels like this is what she needs to accept. I don't know. I'm not in their relationship. All I know is that where I am today, I am saying I could not have allowed my husband to put me in the front of the world like that and just bring up all of those things that you did. We've already discussed, and then try to justify it with, yeah, we were separated. Yeah, that's what you're going to say, but we all know y'all weren't separated. I mean, we don't all know, but you probably wasn't separated. It doesn't matter. The fact is, you're married, you did it, and before I sit there with my husband, holding my hand that tight, looking a mess, I will pull these beautiful eyelashes that I pay a whole lot of money for out one by one. Honest to God, y'all, because it's just so disrespectful. It just takes disrespect on a whole nother level. Really, and it's just not okay. At some point, we have got to hold men accountable, and we have got to stop normalizing shit like that. It's not okay.
It's not a matter of normalizing it. This shit happens every fucking day.
Yeah, I want to say that.
Every day, baby. Yeah,
but at the same
time, it happens every day.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's just not men, though. I mean,
we're not. We're talking about women and men.
Yeah, women and men.
No, absolutely.
At the end of the day, like, he's hot topic right now.
Right, absolutely. We're going to get into it. It's not just men. We never talk about just men.
It's a big old deal is because he touts these things that he touts as opposed to the same consideration and grace that he expected from his wife. Had he given women lessons or tools from what they went through when they did have their little hiccup or whatever the case. If he had been giving out those kinds of tools, the tools to help him heal and to help her take him back kind of stuff, but you just bashing people, and this is, like I said, this was the issue that men had with him in the first place, is that you are holding people to people and not men and women. You're holding people, the person who created, who